Hey YouTube, this is Michael Kazmierski Dunn if you guys don't know who I am. And today I am doing another episode of Blind Piper Reacts. I think this is actually episode 10, if I'm counting right. So, a little bit of background, because it's been a while since I've done these. So, Hailey, the coolest girl I've ever met in the world, and who I honestly think is cooler than any other girl I've ever met, kind of got out of touch with me in October because I badly wanted her to be my girlfriend, because I personally think that we seem far too close to just be ordinary friends that don't care if they lose touch with each other, right? And she's like, I've dated enough guys that they've all ended badly. I'm like, how do you know it's not going to work out? And then she just, everything just seemed awful after that point. Because I figured, oh my gosh, I'm literally never ever going to find a girl that I like, because the only people that that are kind of easy to love are, besides people outside of my family, my ex, Deborah, and Hailey, because they're very musical, they have perfect pitch, and I love people who have perfect pitch seem to understand me a ton more than people who do not have perfect pitch. And so I feel like if they don't understand me fully, it won't work out, And it's kind of the same feeling. Like, this never happened to me, but it's kind of the same feeling. You apply for only one college, and you don't get accepted into that college. So it's like, what now? And it would be too late to apply for other ones because other people have already applied. So it's like, what do? Take a gap year, or do you just not go to college or something? That's exactly how it feels in the relationship world with me. Because I'm fearful I'll never find somebody that I know I'm going to love. Because who likes opera anymore? Very few people I know of, as far as people my age. Who has perfect pitch anymore among people my age? Very few, which I think is like the worst thing in the world. And, I've heard of all these, situations where it never works out, and, married couples become divorced. My parents are divorced, so I don't want that to happen with me, so I guess that's why I'm really particular about it. Anyway, yesterday, or the day before I'm recording this, Hailey decided to refriend me back on Facebook, and I'm thinking it's because she finally realizes how absolutely terrible it's been feeling without anybody like her to give me all this entertainment and to keep my head awake after really long, boring days. You're just tempted to crash, right? So it's kind of like Hailey realized how awful I've been feeling, so I'm pretty sure that might be why she refriended me back. But I told her it is going to be almost impossible to find somebody I know I'm going to love, and I wish it was easier. I dearly wish it was easier. In fact, look at my background on YouTube. It's called Lament for the Forever Singleton. I did that like about a week after that first happened, when Hailey got out of touch with me this past year. And so it really demonstrates the point. So now to the actual piece. So that day that Hailey refriended me yesterday, she asked on Facebook, what is your dream piece that you would love to perform? And Hailey's like, this is one of my dream pieces. And so she sent me a YouTube link of an opera singer that I'd never heard of before. Her name is Kathleen Kim. And the other cool thing about Hailey is that she always introduces me to singers that I just love. And, I just wish there were more people like that, I mean, if there were more people like that, moving on wouldn't be, like, almost impossible. But it feels impossible. But anyway, I don't know the French name of this piece, but this piece is written by Maurice Ravel, which is Hailey's absolute favorite classical composer, from 1875 to 1937. It took me a while to think about that. So this piece has because he was French, and I believe he lived on the Spanish border area. This piece has a French name that I don't know how to pronounce, but it's colloquially known as the Fiery Aria, and it's for a soprano. And fiery meaning very coloratura in nature, scales, runs, and trills and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and react to Kathleen Kim's amazing presentation of this Fiery Aria by Ravel. And this was recorded in 2012. So here we go. It's kind of quiet. Whoa. Whoa! You've got a hot vibrato there. Ooh. Holy Mazzillo, Kathleen, you've got this. Whoa! Your runs are very similar to Denise Leigh. Wow, this is atonal. Ooh, nice hot vibrato there. Good thing it's not a wobble vibrato. Like 90% of opera singers have wobble vibratos. Whoa. They're not quite like Christina Dojacom's runs, but they're still pretty good. I can see Marissa Beddoes, one of my YouTube subscribers, doing this. Ooh. You've got a nice volume variation in your vibrato. I love that. No wonder she sounds like Denise Leigh. Whoa, that is wicked. The orchestral part of it. Wow. Oh, there's more to it. Ooh, nice staccato. You remind me of Emma Matthews, one of my favorite sopranos. One of Hailey's, too. That vibrato was slow. Ooh, nice staccato again. Whoa. She definitely sounds like a ciaramella, which is basically the musical wife of the Italian bagpipe. That high note was a D6. And what the numbers mean after a note, if you guys don't know what octave numbers are, that's how blind people and partially sighted people learn music, because sight reading is obviously impossible for blind people, and so they've actually come up with a way to write a note with a corresponding octave number. So the first C on the piano would start the first octave. The second C on the piano starts the second octave. The third C on the piano starts the third octave, and so on and so on. Middle C starts the fourth octave. So, yeah, and that's basically how I grew up learning music as a blind person. And so this thing about 5 lines and a treble clef and the different clefs just doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm just used to, like, for example, take Twinkle Twinkle. C4, C4, G4, G4, A4, A4, G4. I'm so used to that I don't actually know how music actually looks on paper, like how print music actually looks on paper. One of my other subscribers, Hannah Silver, tried to explain it to me because she actually saw in a documentary about Italian bagpipes, she actually saw one of the 2 famous Italian bagpipe makers trying to learn sheet music, and she tried to explain what it was like, and I still didn't get it. But so that is the whole piece. It's shorter than It's shorter than I thought it would be, but it's still pretty good. I mean, it's very comparable to some of the best arias I've heard. I would still put, as the most complicated aria I've ever heard, I would still rank, what's the composer's name? Proch, a German composer. Torno mio ben, and Emma Matthews sings this one. I think she's like the 6th soprano in history to perform that Proch aria, theme and variations. So maybe for the next Piper Reacts episode, I will react to that one, even though I've heard it since about 2019. I just never thought to react to it. So yeah, there you have it. So if you guys are interested, anybody who's watching this who hasn't hit like or subscribed yet, feel free to hit like and subscribe for more reactions to really cool music from a blind bagpiper's perspective. So thanks, and hope you enjoy, and join me for another episode whenever I feel like it. Thank you. Have a great day.